Hello, hello, hello. I'm supposed to be going out right now, but I'm on a roll with this. I had one last thought about cleaning the Zelda cartridge. Open it up. I thought I recognised the screws, and I think they appear to be the same as or similar to the Game Boy screws, for which I have well, it's not a screwdriver because it's kind of the opposite of a screwdriver. The turning tool goes around the screw as opposed to fitting into the head of the screw. So I think it probably has a different name. Maybe it's like an Allen key. Is it an Allen key? That kind of. I think it is, isn't it? An Allen key. I can't remember. No, an Allen key is like a screwdriver in that respect. It goes inside the head of the Allen bolt, if that's what you call it. So I've got two sizes. I can't remember which was used for the Game Boy. You know, the smaller of the two you'd expect. I'm going to. I think it's this one. No, it's not. It's smaller. It fits. Now again, I'm going to just try opening this and see. I'm going to look inside. I'm going to try this on the Super Mario Bros. Kart because if I fuck it up, I haven't damaged anything too valuable. I can't replace, pretty cheaply. Okay, that's one of them off. This is definitely the right thing. It has a magnetic quality, not uncommon, I believe. Now, yeah, I can feel the cartridge coming loose now. One, two, oh, drop that. One more. I have no idea what these look like inside. Yeah, well, I have an idea, but I've never seen inside one before. I mean, I had hardly seen many NES cartridges in my time until I got some of my own, really. Right. This is fun. Oh, it comes off very easily. That is all that is in there. Look at the size of the thing. That's crazy. Now, I don't want to touch this, but I'm curious. Oh, yep, it comes loose. Okay, I'm going to be really careful with that. So it comes loose. If I tip that as I gently did there, it would come off. Now, dare I actually deliberately lift it out? I do so dare. Look at that, that is the entire game. That is really interesting. Beautiful. Right. So I'm going to carefully place it back in, and I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to test. I'm putting it back in. My hands are generally pretty clean. I didn't wash them before doing this, but then maybe using soap or something would actually provide worse conditions for this sort of thing. Right, so on the screws, go back. I suppose what I'm testing is, does the mere act of opening this thing up to the elements, I suppose, that's nice, that lifts up just magnetically, does that pose a risk to the game? That's what I'm testing with this. I mean, if this doesn't work now, I'm not going to try it on Zelda. I'd be surprised if that were true. And if it doesn't work, I can't help it. I will probably open it up again and try and see whether I accidentally put it in loose. But it slotted right into that little space as a kind of bed. I'm screwing these firmly, too tightly, and that looks normal inside, and I'm looking at it myself. It looks fine. It looks good. No rattling or anything. So let's pop this sucker in and make sure that I haven't broken it. Turn on the TV. Is it turning on? Yes. And turn it off. Let's go. Whoop. Okay, but it did that before. So let's do the old get a blow. I hope I'm not broken this. Mostly because I really want to open the other cartridge up as well. I want to feel like I can do that safely. There we go. It works. No controller in, but I have satisfied myself that there is no intrinsic danger with opening these cartridges. So that means I'm gonna open up the Zelda cartridge to see what I find. Let's see. Where did I put it? Here we go. So I expect this to look a bit different inside because my Mario cartridge, I don't know if it's supposed to, but it doesn't save high scores. Let me turn it off. Zelda certainly is supposed to, so I'm kind of expecting that there's a battery for saves that might not be in a Mario cartridge. I still expect this to be like a crisp bag, you know, mostly empty space. But I guess I'm wondering whether I open it up and, you know, flies come out of it. You know, whether it's immediately apparent that there's something not right. I don't know what that would be like, obviously, but something not quite right will hopefully make itself immediately known to me if there's such a thing. Okay. Well, so now this looks, it's a much bigger, you know, chip, whatever you call it. And it's got wee sticky outy bits, which I don't remember on the Mario cartridge, but then again, I only looked at it once and I've already forgotten, haven't I? I am wondering whether a possible benefit of this would be an opportunity to clean this more thoroughly. I'm going to give it one last shot. I'm going to be very delicate with it. I certainly will not be handling that chip. Oh, here we go. I don't think you can see it, but right here, yeah, you can't see it on camera, but just there seems to be, yeah, you can maybe sort of just see it. Some, what might look like little marks from something. I'm going to very delicately rub them dry. I'm not going to put anything on it. See if anything comes off from it. It doesn't really look like it's darkening at all. Tiny bit bolder, but very delicate still. Very slight darkening. Might just be, you know, there'll be a little bit of dust, won't there? I don't really think that's the answer. I'm going to take this opportunity to dry for now. Just get a real good wipe on that stuff. And just a little bit further in. I mean, nothing really is. This thing is not focused, is it? You know, you can see a tiny bit there. I mean, you can't see a bloody thing, obviously, but I can't see. Oh, that really lifts off. That's quite safe in that bedding now. Well, how much does that lift? It really lifts off. So, and it goes back in. I'm gonna go for it. Look at that thing. Yeah, there's a lot more on this. Not surprising. That's really cool. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did this. Now, very carefully only by the edges. Here, looks like there was a battery that is missing, but I suspect that's not the case because there's the battery. So that's just my uneducated eyes. This is inconclusive because it really is not showing any obvious culprits in terms of, you know, dirt. This, I think, might have been the side that produced more dirt for longer. Nothing really now. So, putting it back now. How the hell does it go? Neat enough.